Greetings, fellow denizens of Sector 3. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Abiotic Factor, Episode 10, Moving to a New Base. The other thing is all of my power cells I'm going to need to put somewhere because they're like kind of radioactive and stuff. So, it's emitting extreme radiation. How about we use the freezer for now? Until I have a safer way to store them. They won't go anywhere. Alright, let's put everything away.
Warning, biological incursion.
Air feels different again. God dang it, I thought I skipped you. Fine, I'm gonna sleep right now. They just delayed the incursion for me, I know, right? Oh, god damn it! Stop attacking my storage. Okay, we're good. Air is normal again. How tired am I? Still quite? I guess we'll butcher all these guys up and then go back to another nap. I'm absolutely filthy. You could get more sick more easily. You're right, I could. I should probably see to that. I should also see to the plants that are, like, dying. Where did I put the... I think the water bottle despawned, having left it out like I did, which maybe I won't do that again. Okay, you guys definitely want me to move the base, so I'll be working on that in the morn. My bed is... I should have probably cleaned up. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. I wake abruptly from deep sleep. Yeah, I know. So, a new mood modifier where I ain't exactly happy about having to take a bath before bed. Oh, I also should put away the food. And I need to make replacement splints because I used my splints up. Tom, how's it going, man? Thank you for the resub. Welcome to the craziness that is Abiotic Factor. Okay, sleep time. Here we go. And then I'll make a push cart, and we'll move into the security office. There's one other thing I need to do before moving to the security office, though. Boy, was I tired. Alright, it's 1 p.m. So, what I need to do before I move is to make a controller. Because the shutters in the security office that you guys want me to move into is broken. And without a controller, I won't actually be able to use the shutters. There we go. Got my controller. And then the other thing I wanted to do is to get the pushcart. platform cart. All right. The platform cart is a thing that can hold whatever you want, and it like negates its weight. So now I can pack up things like my repair and salvage station, my crafting bench, etc., and move them over to the new zone. So the heaviest parts of my base are going to be packed up. There is some problems with like moving refrigerators and like, because they don't move nice because of all the storage inside. But we'll start to pack this bad boy up, and it's going to take me a while to move, you know, everything. But that's what you voted on, so you only have yourselves to blame. So let me update the priority. Move the base. And if you're wondering, this game is kind of like if Half-Life 2 was like a survival craft game. So the first trip is going to be the really heavy furniture, for the most part. And then I can fill my own inventory with stuff. I'll even... No, I'm not going to put that away. What else do we want? I guess I'll take the lamps. Because I spent a lot of time collecting light sources. Might as well keep them. You love my little clipboard? Yeah, this game's hilarious. The lamps aren't particularly heavy though. And then we'll start to take the electronics as well, so that I can hook up the new things immediately. It's probably a good thing that we just had a Horde Night. Or Portal Storm Night, I should call it. Because we'll have time to recover from, like, we'll have time to set up the new base before more attacks happen. Maybe we'll try to move the fridge this run. So let's put on the suit. My legs are healed. There's no status effect next to them. I'm going to, in the meds box, put a bunch of the foods here because I'm not going to have room to empty out the fridge otherwise. It's labor intensive. That's why I, like, double checked with you all. Like, are you sure you want me to move? I think in the long run it might be a good idea, but it is a pain in the butt moving every time. Pack up the fridge. Oh god, this fridge is heavy. Okay. Fridge is packed. And I'll worry about this stuff later. So I don't exactly have ample amounts of room. So what do I have a few more inventory slots. I'll take the Exor Heart and the Super Tomato. Alright, so let's get this delivered, and then we can make another run. Choo-choo! It's so overweight. I had not thought of that. Let's see. Well, we'll get there eventually. think it might be beneficial for... for me to lower a little bit of the weight. Just so that it doesn't take forever. I think that it's handy for me to demonstrate moving a base at least once during this stream, just to show you the process. But with that said, it's something you might not want to do a lot. Unless you're in multiplayer with a bunch of people that can grab stuff. Because it's slow. Fortunately, this leg of the run is the slowest one. This is the leg of the run that has the heaviest stuff. So it'll get better. Okay, let's see. Crafting table. I think I'm going to put the crafting table here, kind of like in the middle of the room. So it can cover a wide swath. And also, it can stop spawning once we upgrade it and stuff like that. For that, we need the batteries and the power strips. So deploy a power strip. Where's the plug? The plug is on there. Okay. So do... I'm doing this wrong already. Do this. Power socket to battery. Battery to strip. Strip to crafting bench. So now we have a crafting bench in here. So we have healing. And then let's put the repair counter adjacent to it as well. So I'll put the repair counter maybe where this water cooler is. Time to push up the timer? Well, I appreciate it. Well, why didn't the timer climb? Keep an eye on that. I'm robbing you. Oh, I did that wrong too. I need a battery behind that as well. So let's do that. Let's fix that. So it should be like this. Socket to battery, battery to strip, strip to battery, battery to crafting bench. Okay, so we have crafting and repair now. Bit of a trip hazard, but that's okay. The other thing is, where are we going to put cooking? I figure because our refrigerator is slightly radioactive, we could cook, set the refrigerator up in this cubbyhole so that the radioactive stuff is kept farther away from the rest of the base. I think that makes some sense. So we'll put the chef's table and the refrigerator, and eventually we're going to have to build a portable stove, so I'll have to build that once we move stuff over. But we'll set that stuff up here. And the plug for this is right here, so that's pretty easy. So get those batteries set up. Chef's counter is all set up. And for water... There. Alright, all the other stuff in here should be deployed so that we have an empty cart. So the rest of the water, I'll just line up against the wall here, I guess. Until I mean, I can always move it. Is there... Okay, I'm gonna use this locker as a method to contain some stuff as I'm moving more things around. And the shutters we're going to repair with the controller. So now the shutters are fixed. Let's set a bed up. Maybe I'll set a bed up next to the scientist up here. And then lying down sets a spawn point, and I'll immediately get back up. It's going to be a little bit easier to strategically deploy lights when it's nighttime, so that I know where it's darkest in this base. But I'll just throw them around now, not really knowing where they ought to go. Okay. This battery that I'm holding is for the refrigerator. So let's plug it in. And now we're all set to make a return trip back to the base and grab more stuff. Time is it? Oh god, it's almost robot murders me time. Good to know. There would have been an audible alert at 8 p.m. 1 hour before they come out murdering.
This sector will be powered down momentarily. If you have not already
Ah!
consider this your top priority. Have a wonderful
Alright, so we've got the refrigerator now on here. And I think the most important things to move over are the perishables first. Packing up the plants. And then these are the perishables. Alright, what else do I have room for? So the cart's basically full. Bring a frying pan. So the cooking table requires this stuff, which I'll get crafted. And I do believe I have the supplies for it. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna grab just fill my inventory, so any old thing. So we'll grab power banks and fans. I have to be a little cautious about how I travel over to the security center because the robots are active. I'm going to take a different way than I did before so that we don't get too close to the security bots. The cart here, if you're wondering, has a cart headlight. So there's a idea here to put headlights on this platform cart. But it requires a power cell, which is like a bit pricey if you ask me. So bear with me. I know you can't see anything. I can't see anything, but I don't want to leave my perishable meats and the like decaying. So I'm gonna get this delivery going and then I'll rest. Alright. Robot's locked out. Sorry, bud. Can't get in here. And refrigerator's all hooked up. Perfect. Ice cream's about to go bye-bye, so I'm going to start eating it. Most of the perishables are now stored. And the way the shutters work, if you don't have a controller in them, is they'll close and then they'll automatically like reopen over time. So the controller I stuck in there allows them to stay closed, which is, you know, like kind of low-key important if you don't want them opening on their own and you dying as a result. And this is my meds box. Now you can see the problem with moving farm. Yep, can't be helped. Well, I could have pulled those seeds up, but I wanted to show you the result of moving. So not everything moves nicely. Should be... Oh, it's almost 6 a.m. And now that it's nighttime, we can try to illuminate things a little bit better. But it's gonna take a minute for me to move everything that we have left to move. We might not need the dolly though. So what I can do is I can I'm gonna leave the dolly here because I'll probably be faster without it if I take off the suit and put it away. And then for this run, I'm gonna go, well, we can put the salt away. I'm going to actually put all of my stuff away just so I have an open inventory. I know that I have the hotbar here, but just in case I get into trouble, I'd rather have the hotbar available to me. Do we need crates even if we have lockers? Lockers can't be labeled, and they're not convenient to interact with. And they, so yes, we're gonna want the crates. My status is pretty good. Well, food, water, everything more or less managed. It's nice.
Attention. This sector is under precautionary security measures.
Ooh, right. We need an empty soup bowl to move that. I forgot. And this shouldn't take too long, making trips like this. Hey!
Air quality.
Oh, we got the fog phenomenon! I can't see anything.
Humidification in progress.
Alright, putting farming in here. Office supplies. Chems. If you're wondering, there are bigger boxes in this. Obviously, it's storage crate small. One could assume there is larger sizes. You wouldn't call it small if there wasn't. But we haven't interacted with it yet. So, I'm going to keep using the smalls for now. They say they were smart. Doubt. Okay. You know, I'm hungry, so let's, I know I needed to bring a soup bowl back. So let's empty out the soup bowl and then eat the ice cream before it goes bad. So soup bowl's coming back with us. And meds can go in the med bin. And there was chemicals in... Oop, wrong button. Chemicals in here that can get moved away too. Also, on this run, I am going to grab the power cells too. Fog don't really scare me. I mean, we, at this point, have a pretty good understanding of the layout of Office Sector 123. So it's not like I'm going to run into anything that's going to cause me much trouble, right? But I could tell you about the phenomenon. So, theories. I'll read that later when we're not standing out in the open. Yeah, we have like one more trip after this. Not too bad. Silo 3 control panel did have a defogging button, correct. A lot of the clothing, it's sort of safe to say, is like relatively worthless as time progresses, to be fair. So it may not make sense to keep it rather than to break it down. But whatever. For now, it's fine. Oh, right, I'm using the cart.
Where's the bathroom?
You want the bathroom? Alright, let's take the zip line to the bathroom. I'm actually right next to a bathroom, to be fair, but it's fun to zip line to it too. Whee! Just don't let go early or you'll break your legs. Or perhaps even fall to your doom, depending on how early you release. Untar, thank you for the sub. Ooh, I got really good at pooping this time. I am the poop king. You know, we should probably recharge the flashlight on this thing. Alright, so the back area here is all packed up. Kitchen area all packed up. We just need these boxes. Some of these aren't really worth taking with me, so I'm leaving them behind. I'll maybe come back for that stuff later. This run, we're also doing the power cell. Okay, my inventory is full except for one Fanny Pack. Actually, yeah, let's just pack this up. There. So there is another, I thought I'd grab everything this run, but not. Close. I feel like I take a new way to the security office like every time. This is probably the fastest way though. Alright, the power cell I'm going to put in here because it really ought not to be in the rest of the room because it's like super radioactive. And I don't have radioactive storage containment upgrades yet, or boxes. Eventually, spoiler, you get them. So, Chet, would you have voted for me to move base if you knew that this was the effort required? Or would you have been like, yeah, no? Curious. Absolutely? Oh, okay. What is this? Organics? Raw materials. Tools and weapons. What was on my 3? Oh, the pistol. Yeah, that's right. And this last one was electronics. Honestly, I feel like I need another one for cooking. And to store it in the other room. Right. Really? Okay, I might need to move the crafting bench. Because it's not close enough. So that's fine. We'll put the crafting bench here. It might be close enough to the room where I'm doing the cooking in to also have access to the the box over here. Might as well just, you know, pull off the band-aid and get this set up better now than have to tinker with it later. Crafting bench is on. Repair and salvage is on, and I can make the cooking box. Because things like pots and pans can't be deployed. So this will help for me to store like soup bowl. Well, soup bowls can be in there, but help me to store pots and pans. Roughly where I want pots and pans. Perfect. And then I can put the bio scrap there, and that should be close enough to the crafting bench so that I have access to the crafting bench if I need bio scrap. And it is. Thank you for tuning in to Abiotic Factor, which originally streamed live as a marathon on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I won't be answering anything that would be considered a spoiler. I am also not looking for feedback. This streamed one time only as a marathon. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow scientists, security guards, and summer interns.